All-Star voting underway. There are plenty of deserving players, but only 12 spots for each conference. It is very difficult to choose.
And that's why it feels like someone gets snubbed every year. I'd love to see the league expand the rosters to 15 spots. Remember, we had 12-man rosters back when there were only 9 teams.
Now the opening lineup for the Oklahoma City Thunder. At the guard spots, we'll be seeing Gilgeous-Alexander and Wallace. Aaron Wiggins is out there with Lou Dort. And it's Holmgren in at the 5, roaming the paint. And so it's the Thunder getting on the board first. Outside, Edwards. And so the ball out of bounds. Gobert touched it last. It's time to send it over now to our reporter, Allie LaForce.
I caught up with Coach Chris Finch. He said Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is going to be their main focus at the defensive end, and as he put it, Shai's a riddle because he can light it up from outside, he has the speed to get to the hoop, and he knows how to draw the fouls too. Coach hopes that they stay disciplined and they can keep SGA off the line. Back to you, Kev.
And Allie, thanks so much. Now Randall, after Lou Dort's three-pointer that didn't go, and stolen by Wallace. Now here's SGA in transition. That one goes. Count it.
In the flick of a switch, going from defense to offense.
And the speed of that transition score. From defense to offense, able to take advantage before they can get set.
Edwards kicks to DiVincenzo. Out of bounds, Oklahoma City takes possession. Little over a minute 30 into this first quarter. And there's the call on Rudy Gobert. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
And so it's Oklahoma City with it. Wallace outside. Pass to Dort. No good on the three.
Well, the defense got lucky there. More often than not, he's making that shot.
McDaniels outside. Off target from three-point range.
And even without that three ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
And last season, the Thunder with the best record in the NBA, and Greg, the best point differential in NBA history.
How about eclipsing the 71 Lakers that were led by the great Wilt Chamberlain and Jerry West? And OKC started that season as the youngest team in the league. Needless to say, we've never seen anything like it.
That's in, coming off an assist from Randall.
Look, you want to put your guys in a position to succeed. McDaniels is more comfortable operating off the catch than he is initiating.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Saw him with 29 points last game. Holmgren with a screen on McDaniel. Dort passes to SGA. 5 on the clock. Takes it off the glass. SGA's got his second bucket.
And good work inside. SGA will make more room for himself on the perimeter when he can be effective down low.
And taken away by Wallace. To the paint. Here's SGA. Buries it down low. SGA's got 6.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
Yeah, well, his offensive contributions are going to be very important in this game. So it's good they've already got him in a rhythm.
Now, here's McDaniel. Last time out, he had 14 points. And good work on the boards. They pick up the second chance points.
Well, DiVincenzo enjoys working inside. He can be appropriately aggressive in the paint.
The Thunder leading by 3. And so Mark Daigneault calls a timeout. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. And a 4-time Defensive Player of the Year, Rudy Gobert is improving his perimeter defense as well, Greg. It's helped his overall game.
Yeah, teams have looked to pull him outside and test his lateral quickness. But I tell you, he holds up better than you think, and we know his presence at the rim.
A new lineup here for the TimberWolves. Clark against Caruso. Back to Mitchell. Clock at 6. Williams, a screen on Conley. And here's Mitchell from the arc. Rebound, Minnesota. They come in fresh off a win against the Warriors.
Yeah, and in that game, you see how they built out this roster, acquiring role players who can step up when needed.
Yeah, and they got contributions from everyone in that game. The whole rotation got involved in the scoring.
Here's Dillingham. No good there. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Inside. Williams passes to Joe. Williams kicks to Williams. Now Mitchell. His scoring has been there on a regular basis. He's averaging more than 14 points a game. A three-pointer is right on target.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
And so it's the Oklahoma City Thunder with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. Their defense has been terrific in this game. Back right after this. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for Oklahoma City?
Well, I have to applaud their ball movement. They're moving the ball around, finding the best looks they can, and keeping everyone involved.
And they've also done a great job turning defense into offense tonight, creating turnovers and capitalizing on the other end.
Randall and Reed holding down the post spots. Dillingham is out there with Conley, and it's Clark in at the small forward position. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Timberwolves. Now we'll hear from Allie LaForce, and she's got a story for us. An update. Allie?
Thanks a lot. The Thunder are trying to be efficient scoring. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander said, quote, ultimately, it just comes down to taking what the defense gives you and trusting your teammates. You need them to win at a high level. That's clear as day, and I want to win at a high level, so I have no option. Back over to you guys.
Sharing the ball. Allie, as always, we appreciate your reporting. Pass to Caruso. Chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. And Clark has got the ball here for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Trailing here by 8. Randall surveying the D. Back to Conley. To the left wing. Here's Reed. Off target with his 3.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Outside Williams. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. Caruso, no good. Timberwolves on offense. Still looking for their first basket since the first quarter. Instead, the head coach, Chris Finch, bringing a culture of accountability to this Timberwolves team.
Yeah, Chris Finch challenges every player, Kevin, top to bottom. No sugarcoating Coach Finch's message, but at the same time, getting that buy-in that a coach has to have.
Here's Mitchell. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
First team foul.
Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Gobert, he's checked in for Reed. McDaniels comes in for Clark. Edwards, he's checked in for Dillingham. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Mike Conley. The Thunder also changing it up. Aaron Wiggins, he's checked in for Williams. Wallace comes in for Alex Caruso. NSGA subbed in for Isaiah Joe. To the middle, here's Gobert, and finished off by Gobert.
Well, Gobert understands how to capitalize off these sets. Great movement by him after setting the screen.
Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. There's the triple. Divincenzo with the rebound. Timberwolves trail by 9. There's McDaniels. The shot, no good. Good D by Mitchell. Oklahoma City has gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. SGA kicks to Wiggins. And there's the call on Dante DiVincenzo. That is his first foul of the game. And so Mark Daigneault calls a timeout. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. Minnesota making a switch. Reed's checked in. Jalen Williams is checked in for the Thunder. Dort comes in for Mitchell. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. Dort finds Gilgeous-Alexander. 6 to shoot. Back to Dort. Takes a 3. DiVincenzo with the rebound. For Minnesota, they've gotten only one of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop. Outside Edwards. A 3 ball. Edwards puts in the 3.
Well, it doesn't matter where he is on the court. If Edwards likes a look, he's going to take it.
The key thing, Coach, that Dante DiVincenzo brings to a team is that coveted 3-and-D skill set.
I agree with that, Kevin, but he brings so much more. He can now play off the dribble and make plays for others. And I think the most underrated thing on a lot of players who become great is Dante DiVincenzo is both very smart and very tough. Yeah, Gobert making good on the threat of his height and length, just hammering it down.
On the wing, DiVincenzo. Gilgeous-Alexander covering. McDaniels passes to Gobert. A nice shot by McDaniels. McDaniels got his second basket of the night.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Gilgeous-Alexander against DiVincenzo. Now here's SGA. He has 6. Gilgeous-Alexander with great positioning inside.
Yeah, it took just enough off of it for the floater.
And so it's Oklahoma City bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. They're shooting the ball so well in this one. A great performance from the field. Now let's check. All right, Allie, thank you. And folks, we'll be back with you right after this halftime break.
Come one.
Fairly easy stretch for them. Could even have some blowouts, allowing them to rest their stars a little bit.
That would be their best case scenario, but then... And now back to the SGA show. I mean, the first half. It really has been all SGA.
It's been all about SGA. This guy's slicing and dicing out there. Great feel for where he can get his shots, and his teammates are looking for him.
Ride it till it breaks. And that'll do it for halftime. We send you back to Kevin Harlan, who has the second half call.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander really making a difference here.
Definitely been challenging the defense here early on, not settling for anything outside.
Well, I just love his fearlessness so far. He's charging inside like no one can stop him.
Here's who Mark Daigneault is going to put out there to start the second half. At the guard spots, we'll be seeing Gilgeous-Alexander and Wallace. Lou Dort out there with Wiggins, and it's Holmgren in at the 5, down low. Shot clock at 5. Randall from outside, and the rebound goes to the Thunder. They've led by as many as 11 points. And good depth for the Timberwolves. It can be challenging sometimes, Stan, choosing who plays and who sits.
Well, Kevin, that's the kind of problem you want as a coach. But they've traded away a lot of draft capital to assemble this roster. Now it's about paying them to keep them together.
From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander. And here's McDaniels. He'll bring it up for Minnesota. 7-point differential. Their next game is at the American Airlines Center in Dallas for a game with the Mavericks. That'll be just one game played away from home for them. Oklahoma City shooting with confidence, 50% from the field so far. We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
Thank you, Kevin. Anthony Edwards keeps a tight circle. He said, "I've known my whole crew since I was 13, and that's the answer to everything." And the crew includes those voices of wisdom, too. He said, quote, "I keep those types of friends around. I'm not the type that always listens, but I'll listen to my elders." Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Allie, thanks a lot. McDaniels against Wallace. Pass to Holmgren. And the dunk by Holmgren.
I mean, sneaky. When he moves around the floor, Holmgren takes you out of the play, slips past, and just rolls to the hoop. And typically, he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Dort kicks to Wallace. SGA on the wing. Defended by DiVincenzo. That one good for two.
An expert at getting into the lane and creating havoc. SGA.
Bounce pass from Randall. To the inside. Here's Gobert. An easy 2 points on the layup. And it's 6 points for Rudy Gobert.
Yeah, and they're able to get their first bucket of the second half after 4 straight misses.
Well, Coach, we know there's a lot of expectations tied to a #1 pick. Sometimes they fall flat, but that has not been the case so far with Anthony Edwards.
Oh, it sure as heck hasn't, Kevin. But I think it starts with Anthony Edwards welcomed the expectations. He wanted the expectations, and he has pushed himself to play to that level on a nightly basis, and he's done it.
Pass to Edwards from outside the arc. Hits the three-point bomb. Edwards got 6 points.
Well, look, Edwards plays with a lot of confidence, which makes him deadly off the catch.
Outside, SGA. Gobert pulls it in. Gobert's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Edwards passes to DiVincenzo. Back to Edwards. Randall against Wiggins. Here's McDaniels. That's in. Coming off an assist from Randall. Randall's got 3 assists now in this one.
Nice little run here to shrink that deficit, but can they get over the hump?
Well, with all the momentum they've built up, I don't see this run stopping anytime soon.
Wiggins with some nice D. The Thunder leading by 3. Outside, Dort. 41 seconds left in the third. Gilgeous-Alexander. Another miss, and they desperately need a bucket. Minnesota's gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. McDaniels finds Edwards. Gobert with the screen for Edwards. Holmgren with the steal. Edwards against Wallace. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. And that one drops for him. SGA's got 4 points this quarter.
And this is what we're used to seeing from SGA. The guy can just take over.
Edwards fires from way outside. The third quarter comes to a close. Oklahoma City out in front, leading by 5. We're going to step aside for just a second, but join us right back here for the start of the fourth quarter. Next. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Well, it's one of the core parts of the game. Reading the defense and creating an easy bucket for your teammate. That is pretty.
3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. Randall and Reed holding down the post spots. Conley out there with Dillingham. And it's Clark in at the 3 slot. So that's the Timberwolves 5. Dillingham, no good. The Thunder leading by 7. Pass to Mitchell. Takes it inside. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
Randall outside. And Reed has it in the corner. That's in, coming off an assist from Randall. Reed's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Their third three-pointer in a row.
Joe finds Williams. Mitchell in the corner. He trains it as the shot clock ticks down. Mitchell's got 4 points in the quarter.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. He's not taking any chances and wants to huddle him up right away. Edwards has come in for the Timberwolves. And a switch here also for Oklahoma City. Gilgeous-Alexander's checked in for Mitchell. Now let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
I was able to listen in on what Chris Finch was going over with his team. And Coach challenged the team, asking them to bring the fight inside, telling them to play with pride, telling the team, you're getting bullied near the hoop. Let's see if it works, guys.
Terrific, Allie. We appreciate the report. And Greg, everyone talks about the importance of basketball IQ. Can you win in the NBA with a low IQ team?
Boy, it would be tough. I mean, there's a reason younger teams typically don't win at the highest level, but you need to take those lumps and get that experience and learn from those lessons.
Caruso looking for an opening. SGA. Oh, the turnaround. That was too sweet. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Thunder.
Well, they've shown just outstanding effort defensively, and it's resulted in several forced turnovers.
And another thing, guys, they dominated on fast breaks tonight, outrunning their opponent the entire game.
Oklahoma City leading by 13. It's intercepted. Alone, and he taps off the break with a chance.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And that is why you want to run off turnovers. Get down the floor before the defense is set.
And Mark Daigneault calls timeout here. He has decided it's the right time to talk. Minnesota making some changes. Gobert's checked in for Reed. McDaniels comes in for Clark. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Mike Conley. And then for Oklahoma City, Aaron Wiggins, he's checked in for Williams. Dort comes in for Alex Caruso. And Wallace subbed in for Isaiah Joe. And plenty of contact on the shot, so 2 free throws coming up.
Well, you know, Anthony Edwards has one of the highest motors we've seen. His relentlessness throughout the length of the game is just exceptional. He wears out the entire opposing team.
And the first one at the line is good.
Well, we know Edwards has an outstanding skill set, but what makes him truly special is his competitive will and ability to handle high-pressure moments.
So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2. They can take their time on this possession.
It wouldn't be a bad idea. Just give themselves a little bit of a break.
Outside Holmgren. Outside Wiggins. Four on the clock. Rebounded by Randall. Timberwolves trail by 10. Now Edwards. We've got 1:28 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Good on the basket.
Edwards plays with such velocity.
And so it's SGA with it. He brings it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Holmgren from 19. That one goes.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
Edwards. Gilgeous-Alexander pulls it down. The Thunder leading by 10.
And we'll just watch the clock wind down, guys, in what will turn out to be a win here for the Thunder.
The biggest factor tonight had to be their great shooting. They shot much better than the other team.
Yeah, they were working hard on both sides of the floor, but that sky-high field goal percentage plus the pressure defense to force the other team into a lot of misses. Love the effort tonight.
And this will push their record to 39 wins in a good effort tonight. And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Well, as a coach, it's so fun to watch a player dominate the game offensively like he did in this one.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, they've got clutch guys on this team, and they never let up.
Off the glass. And here's SGA. So no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time GA this one.